Why don't rice grains ever go on vacation? Because they're afraid they'll end up fried or boiled. That's a bit of grainy humor for you, isn't it? But let's get serious. Our story begins with a humble seed nestled in the fertile soils of fields or paddies, typically found in warm tropical climates. From these unassuming beginnings, our grain embarks on an impressive journey. From tiny seeds to a staple on our plates, the journey of rice is not as simple as it might seem. So, after our brave little rice seeds decide to stay put, they start their transformation. From the moment they nestle into the warm, welcoming earth, they embark on a several-months-long journey of growth and maturity. As the days roll on, our little troopers sprout and unfurl into verdant rice plants, reaching out to the skies, almost as if they're waving a friendly hello to the sun. Now, here's where things get interesting. The rice plants enter what we can cheekily refer to as their teenage phase. They grow tall, drink copious amounts of water, and bask in the sunlight. Much like teenagers, they're quite demanding, aren't they? But the sunlight and water are essential. They're the lifeblood that sustains them, the magical cocktail that powers their growth. And just like that, our little seeds have grown into full-fledged rice plants, ready to face the world. But their journey is far from over, so stay tuned. Now that our rice plants are all grown up, it's time for their big moment, the harvest. Picture this. Just as you'd shear a sheep or give a dog a trim, we're giving our rice plants a nice little chop. But fear not, it's not as ruthless as it sounds. In fact, it's a bit like a haircut for the plants, albeit one that leaves us with a bounty of delicious rice grains. During the harvest, the plants are cut down close to the ground. Then comes the threshing, a process that's all about shaking things up, quite literally. The rice plants are shaken to separate the grains from the stalks. It's a bit like a vigorous massage, if you will. So while it might seem like a bit of a rough day for our rice friends, it's all part of the journey. Our brave rice plants have survived their haircut and are now ready for the next big step. After the harvest, our rice grains are ready for the world, but they still have a few hurdles to jump over. It's not quite time to get steamed up in your pot just yet. First, our plucky little grains head off for a drying session. You see, they've been lounging about in the water for a while and need to dry off. It's akin to a day at the beach, minus the sunburn and sand in awkward places. Once they're as dry as a British summer, it's off to the milling station. Think of it as a full-body scrub at a luxurious spa. Here, the outer husk is removed, revealing the rice grain in all its glory. It's a bit like shedding the winter coat to reveal the summer swimsuit underneath. And just like that, the grains go from being a bit rough around the edges to sleek and smooth. But wait, there's more. The grains also get a polish. Yes, you heard it right. A polish. It's not enough to just be smooth, they need to shine too. It's the equivalent of a final spritz of perfume before stepping out for a night on the town. Finally, it's time to get dressed for the party. The packaging. Each grain gets snugly wrapped up, ready to venture out into the world, and there you have it, the epic journey of rice, from a humble seed to the superstar of your dinner plate. Let's recap our rice grains' adventurous journey in a nutshell. Picture this, our unassuming grain of rice, born in the humblest of beginnings, daring to dream big. It sprouts, shooting up towards the sky, basking in the sunlight, dancing in the rain, and bracing against the winds. A true testament to resilience and growth. Then comes harvest time, a bittersweet moment of parting. Our grain, plucked from its home, is thrust into a world of hustle and bustle. It's a whirlwind of hulling, milling and polishing, the grain transforming from a rough diamond into a shiny pearl. And finally, the moment of truth. Our grain, now a beautiful, polished rice, lands on your plate. A triumphant end to an odyssey of growth and transformation. And that, my friends, is the heroic journey of a grain of rice. Next time you enjoy a bowl of rice, remember the epic adventure it took to get there.